Former President Jacob Zuma is presently facing controversy after his comments in a newly leaked video were specifically labeled as tribalistic by critics. Concerns have been raised over the use of disparaging language toward the Xhosa people in the video, which shows Zuma and a leader of his recently established MK party making remarks. Zuma is shown speaking in the widely shared video in a way that many have seen as polarizing. He has been charged by some of showing partiality to certain ethnic groups at the detriment of others. Zuma and a number of former ANC members are leading the MK party, which is already under investigation for its polarizing language and purported ties to tribalism. The party has been likened by critics to a tribal stokfella, a phrase that refers to a restricted and exclusive organization. One of Zuma's colleagues uses the phrase Xhosa, which is often seen as a disparaging slur for those who speak Xhosa, in the video. The ANC and the South African political system have traditionally depended heavily on the Xhosa people. As a result, this has made worries about the MK party's commitment to diversity and togetherness even worse. Political experts and observers have denounced the rhetoric used, with some calling it a major setback in the efforts to promote national unity and nation-building. Mpumelelo is a political analyst who believes that tribalism has no place in South Africa's democratic project. Ethnic exclusion and the use of disparaging language undercut the goal of a unified nation and attempts at reconciliation. Zuma's MK party, which has grown since its founding, is coming under increasing scrutiny as the video's content spread. This latest controversy raises serious questions about the movement's inclusivity and its capacity to garner broad support from South Africa's diverse population, despite the former president and his supporters continuing to defend the party's goals of social justice and decolonization. Opposition parties have called on Zuma and the MK party leadership to publicly apologize and demonstrate their commitment to non-racism and respect for all ethnic groups in response to the heated debate sparked by the film. Although it is unclear how this episode would affect Zuma's political future and the growth of the MK party, it is certain that the charges of tribalism may have long-lasting effects on the movement. Once more, Mpumelelo Cindi, the national coordinator of the uMkhonto weSizwe MK movement, abruptly resigned on Friday, stating that he was unhappy with the way former President Jacob Zuma led the party. Through his dictatorial tendencies and disrespect for the group, Cindi charged Zuma with leading the movement into chaos. Cindi gave an explanation of his resignation during a news conference in Johannesburg, focusing on Zuma's purported consolidation of power and the widening internal conflicts within MK. The tenets of democracy and group struggle served as the foundation for the uMkhonto weSizwe. These principles have been undermined nowadays. According to Cindi, leadership has become self-serving, leaving little space for responsibility or opposition. Originally established as the ANC's African National Congress, military wing during the Liberation War, the MK has seen unrest recently. Its attempts to maintain unity in South Africa's socio-political environment have been hampered by internal conflicts and accusations of political meddling. Zuma's standing inside the company is seen to have suffered a serious setback with Cindi's departure. Instead than tackling urgent national concerns, he charged Zuma of using the MK platform to settle personal political grudges. He went on to say that rather than furthering the cause of our people, the organization is being used as a weapon for personal benefit. The resignation coincides with mounting disapproval of Zuma's leadership in a number of domains. Numerous former MK veterans have voiced their displeasure with the organization's apparent lack of focus and abandoning of its core values. To address these concerns, some have demanded a quick elective meeting. Political observers believe that Cindi's departure marks a sea change for the MK and might serve as a springboard for more extensive organizational changes. According to political analyst Dr. Mavuso Ndlela, deep divisions within MK are revealed by this departure, and its continued significance is called into doubt. Although Zuma may be losing control of the organization, it is unclear whether this will result in significant change. Cindi urged a restoration to the principles that previously bound the MK together in his closing comments. It is time for a leadership that puts the group ahead of the individual, openness ahead of concealment, and action ahead of words.